question for both of you. What traits must a girlfriend slash main girl have before being considered as wife material?
She has to be submissive,
Mm.
supportive. She has to be somebody that is, of course, feminine, nurturing, understanding, patient, coachable, teachable. If she's embodying those characteristics, yeah, she's wifey material, because a lot of females today, they're not trying to follow the leadership. And I love that my big brother Marquette said that in the beginning. Like, he believes in the patriarchy. He believes in a woman following the guidance of a man. And so if a woman is ready and willing to do that, oh yeah, she's a keeper, because not a lot of women are like that. A lot of women today are strong, independent boss that can, they just.
Listen, this is a married woman. So, I mean, if to be honest with you, I've never met a woman who has this point of view. So, to be honest with you, it's almost unrealistic to even play this and not even fair because whoever married this queen, he is blessed. Um, because she truly gets it and it's not about her ego and her pride and she truly understands that it benefits her to see it this way. Um, when she said coachable and she said teachable, listen, 9 times out of 10, when a woman is attracted to a man, she's attracted to a man that she looks up to, that she's inspired by, that she admires. This man usually has his stuff together. Not to say he's better than her, but he knows something. And we look at life with logic. We look at life with reasoning. And when we're trying to give you some instructions and trying to guide you, we're not trying to manipulate you. And it's when they look at submission, most women look at submission as we're trying to manipulate them or we're trying to control them. And we're not trying to control them. If that was the case, then we would feel like y'all was trying to control this and we're supposed to pay all the bills and we're supposed to protect and provide you. I don't want to die if somebody come into the house and try to shoot me. I don't want to die. But I know I have to sacrifice myself and my body to protect you. I don't think you manipulate me or I don't think you using me or anything. I think that's just the way it is. I'm strong in me, so I gotta protect you.
They want uh they want a weak guy. They want a sugar daddy
Mm.
to take care of them, instead of a masculine man that can teach them, guide them, correct them, and give them the stability and security that they need. So yeah, I would say a submissive, supportive, coachable, teachable, receptive woman.
Peace to the saints. Why is it that many women nowadays prefer a career over a family and a husband when a big predicator on female happiness is family?
Mm.
You want me to answer that?
You are a guest of honor.
Okay, so the reason why many women today prefer a career over a family and a husband is because we have been conditioned to believe that we don't need a family and a husband. We can do all of these things by ourselves, especially as we're growing up. We're being retaught that as far as being a woman, you don't need a man to do a lot of the things that you can do for yourself. I don't need a man to provide for me. I can provide for myself. I don't need a man to protect me. I can do all these things myself. But the thing is, it always backfires, right? Because female nature eventually kicks in and you start to realize, whoa, I've been lied to.
It's not even female nature, it's human nature. Because we all want companionship. Even I can take care of myself. I don't need anybody to take care of me. However, I think that I would be able to succeed in life better if I had a partner. If I had a partner and somebody to help me achieve my goals, because I truly believe that a woman is the cherry on the cake. Like, you know, the game of chess can be won without the queen, but it's hard to be honest with you. So these women out here are understanding that they can take care of themselves, they can provide for themselves. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need a man to guide you, and you're gonna need a man to help you get to the end of your life peacefully and enjoying your life rather than struggling.
I need a man to help me do these things, because Marquette, you already know.
Not to say you're gonna be struggling without a man, but I truly believe to make it to the end of your life by yourself is going to be tough.
We're not designed to be out here working hard and, you know, doing a lot of the things that men are designed to do. We're just not built that way. We're not designed that way. But we've been fooled and tricked into believing that those things reign supreme over, you know, family and men and husbands and that sort. And unfortunately, like I said, it comes back to bite us in the end. So my whole thing, my mission is to acknowledge the fact that, hey, ladies, we've been lied to. Don't believe the hype. Let's get in alignment before it's too late. Let's not wait until we don't have any other choice, and let's not wait until, you know, reality sets in to want to do what's right, to want to do what women are naturally designed to do. Let's do that initially. Let's prevent these things from ever occurring. So to answer your question, that's why we've been programmed to think that these things are things that women can do without a man, and we're just not designed to do so. And I want to say this, Marquette, I love my husband said this. He said it's all about magnetism. He was the man that he needed to be. And so he didn't worry about, oh, going out and trying to find this woman or going out there and trying to, no, he's like, look, it's going to flow to me because I am magnetic as the man. And I feel like you guys are that, especially when you are embodying those qualities and characteristics of a masculine, authentic man. Now, to add a little bit more to that, when my husband got with me, like, of course, I feel like a lot of what I had to offer was of quality, but I was out of line too. Like, it was a lot of correcting that he had to
Talk
do.
about it.
But the thing is, the woman has to be receptive to the correction. You know, it was a lot of things I had to unlock.
She's about to go and describe the fact that she was not who she was when she met her husband, and he had to guide her to become, or help her become the woman that she is right now. And you know, it's funny because most women would take offense to that. I don't need you. I'm not trying to change for you. I'm gonna change for myself. But the whole key is to embrace becoming a better person, no matter where it comes from. Um, why do y'all look at it as an insult if we're telling you to better yourself? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, 90% of the women that I meet, the only thing that they're subscribing to and the beliefs and their theories and philosophies all come from social media. And none of them have thought about any of the things there's no critical thinking going on. There's no citing any of the things that they're sourcing. They just believe whatever they want to believe. There's no actually anybody researching any real information if it doesn't come from Instagram or TikTok. So that's to me what the problem is. And so if I'm trying to help you unlearn some of the things, help me help you.
Learn, relearn, a lot of adapting and adjusting that I had to do. So it wasn't like, you know, I just came to him already the complete package. Like, no. And all the time, every day is uh room for growth and evolution. And so it's not just this, okay, we've made it and we're done. Like life is always about us improving. You know, nobody's perfect. And so I want to put that out there too.
True indeed.
Okay, we have Kevin sent tuition. A great man named Lou said a female engaging in alien activity is a deal breaker. She'll be telling your children it's okay thing to do. Peace to the saints.
Peace to the saints.
Marie said peace to the saints. Those are dopamine junkies.
You ain't lying.
The 1B said
Baller
$70,
alert.
said, I literally sat 3 women down in a room to discuss our future. You must put yourself in position first. Once the work is done and you learn how to maintain frame, any woman you deal with will always know exactly what they're involved in and enjoy it.
Okay, player. Okay, player.
Moon Bentley said, peace to the saints.
Peace to the saints.
And Clarence is back. He said, I think the problem is that 80% of the women want 20% of the top tier guys instead of going after a regular guy. When they can't attain him, they become depressed.
What are your thoughts on that one?
My thoughts are this, and again, it's truth to that. Like, yeah, it is a lot of truth to that. You know, you do have a lot of women that maybe don't even qualify for the top 20% that are trying to get with those guys. You know what I mean? And again, women can get so offended by that, but that's the truth. Like, you have to embody what those type of guys would want, need, and desire in a woman. And a lot of us are doing that. But another layer I want to add to that is, and this again, respectfully, as a woman, a man should always strive to be better, like never settle for being regular. And I feel like a lot of guys today, Marquette, and again, it's no shade to anybody. I gotta be real though. A lot
Hmm.
of guys, they just want to be regular and have a woman essentially settle for them instead of
Ooh.
just continuing to evolve and grow and be the man that is that top tier guy that can have his pick. And
Mm.
so that's the dilemma that I see on both sides.
I
The
don't
woman
know
he
them,
cheats
so I
on, the
can't
woman he
speak on
cheats
it.
on her with, he likely doesn't care about her. When I think when a man cheats on his woman, and by cheating I mean it was in the contract that to be exclusive. If a man cheats on his woman, it doesn't always mean he doesn't love his woman, and it usually means he doesn't care about the other woman, especially if she's a hoe.
Well, that's the difference between like having like a side relationship and just cheating. It's levels.
If a man cheats on his woman, he just lacks self-control. It doesn't mean that he doesn't care about her.
Now, this is a woman who just really, and this whole show is really about women who understand men, who really understand men. And she understands that the main girl is the main girl. If I do slip and I do something outside of my relationship, has nothing to do with you. But I've told so many women this, and it goes in one and out the other. But she truly understands that when a man has his wife or his main girl, there is nobody that can take that position. Only person that can take that person out of their position is her.
Her, and it doesn't mean that he cares about
I don't
the
think that either.
So,
3 or
question
4.
for you: if your husband cheated on you, would you leave him?
No, I'd stay with him.
Okay, interesting.
We'd have a conversation. It wouldn't be an argument.
Why wouldn't it be an argument?
Because I don't argue with him. He's my man.
Wait, hold on. If your man cheated on you, you would leave?
I didn't say that. Would it be an argument? Of course.
See,
Why would you argue though?
Because it's a problem.
it's a problem if you create a problem. What you were saying on why I wouldn't argue, I want my husband to be completely honest with me, and so in order to ensure that I get his honesty, I can't punish the truth. I can't give him a reason to feel like he has to lie to me. So if he feels that by telling me the truth, he's gonna get shot down, he's gonna get yelled at, he's gonna get emasculated, belittled, he's not gonna tell me. Whereas if I can stay rational and we can sit and have a conversation, I can get the complete truth out of him. I can ask him, do you still love me? And know for sure that he's going to be honest with me, because I'm not going to punish the truth. So that's a big reason why.
She ain't telling no lies, and you could tell she's feminine. You know what I mean? She understands that arguing and being combative is gonna do nothing. You don't get anything out of a man from that. Um, we as men tend to. You don't even have to argue with us. We'll do the right thing if you're feminine with us. The more you're combative, the more we're frustrated, and it keeps our mind unfocused off the actual agenda, off the our actual purpose. And now we're just thinking about the actual problem and how mad we are. That's not where you want us to be.
I don't argue with him. And then the other reason is I just find it disrespectful. When you look at it purely biologically, our job as human species, as any species really, is to populate the earth with the most quantity and the best quality of offspring as possible, because that's how you keep your species running. And so in order for women to do that, because women are pregnant for 9 months, and then they can't get pregnant by another man again, they are biologically hardwired to want one man, ideally the man that impregnated them. And because they're very vulnerable while they're pregnant, they're not mentally as strong, there's a lot of estrogen, and they're nurturing a human life, they want a man who's masculine to protect them. So women want one man, and they want a masculine man. And then men, they can impregnate whoever they want whenever they want. So that's what they're biologically hardwired to want.
That was key. She said that's what they're biologically hardwired to want. Now, this is a woman who understands that this is all men's nature, and that is just the way we are. And women want to argue with that, and as if you could change the biology, and you can't. So what she's saying is she understands that this is the way men are. So I have to navigate around that the best way possible. She understands that man's true nature is to have several women, period. And that is just the way it is. And she's accepting that. I don't, and it's not to say that she likes it. She's accepting that. We don't like the fact that you guys are emotional all the time. We don't like the fact that you guys get an attitude on your period all the time. We don't like the fact that you guys get in the club for free. But that is the way it is.
A species, because that's how you get the best quality and the most quantity of your own offspring as possible.
And you would stay with someone like that.
I mean,
She said stay with someone like that. As if that's all, it's all men. So I mean, you could just date women.
the only reason I
But you're
married
vouching
him,
for it.
the only
So that
reason I
means you would be
married
with
him
someone like
is
that.
because of the type of person he is and the type of relationship we have. So if I thought he was the type of person that would go behind my back
But you're
and
saying
sleep
that
with
he
other women, then I
biologically
wouldn't.
wants to put his offspring in everybody. So that means
Yeah,
you
and
would be
that's
with
every
someone
man.
like that.
Well, if you want to be with a man, before my husband, if someone was like, if your man cheated on you, would you stay? I'd be like, no, that's disrespectful. But because of the type of relationship where we're super open and honest and there isn't really any arguing, and I can be certain because there's no lies that if he says he loves me, then he does, and if he says he's going to be monogamous with me, then he'll stick to his word. Since we have that relationship, that's why I say I would stay with him if that happened. It's unlikely, but I would stay with him.
I feel like trust is a big thing. It would have to be like
Yeah,
full
trust.
trust.
And I think going back to the contract thing, if in the beginning you made the deal that it's exclusive and he goes behind your back, then that's disrespectful, but it also says something about you because, as I was saying earlier, if you don't want to be lied to, you can't punish the truth. So if he felt like the truth was going to be punished, he couldn't come to you with the truth, or even come to you with the fact that he was interested in other girls. That's because you have created that type of dynamic where he.
Now listen, listen. She's right because it's our natural instinct, right? So we have to lie about it because of course our woman is not trying to hit any of that. But if she was understanding of our true nature, we could just come to her and be like, "Man, babe, I had a little situation at the club last night, but it is what it is." But it will be that you won't have to lie to her about it. So she is right to a certain extent, but you know, to be honest with you, I'm at the point in my life right now where I've had all the fun I can have. If I can find me one woman, I can be with that woman. I can be monogamous. But I'm gonna tell you, when I was in my 30s and definitely in my 20s, is no way I'm gonna just be with one woman. It's just not gonna happen. Um, and that was just how I felt. It wasn't something that I was thinking like cognitively. It was what my body was telling me to do.
Doesn't feel like he could be honest with you.
Or it's because of his family upbringing and having to tiptoe or walk on
That's
eggshells.
possible too.
It's not always
It's not.
the
This
victim.
isn't the situation every time. Obviously, there are some exceptions, but I would say generally, if you're being lied to, it's your own fault. People are honest with me. People tell me the brutal truth because
No,
I make it
everybody
clear.
don't tell you the truth. People lie to you every
Well,
day.
yeah, obviously, but people who know me well tell me the truth because I make it very clear the truth isn't going to make me emotional. You don't
Why wouldn't
want.
it? You don't have emotions? That's very shallow.
No, I have. Of course, I have emotions.
She just
but
knows
I'm
how to
able
control
to
them.
exactly. I'm
Everything
able
is
to
science for you.
rationalize.
You're not putting any emotion into anything.
That's not true at all.
I don't think so.
I'm very.
She wants to put the emotion in it. Doesn't even understand how harmful that is. She understands that her emotions have nothing to do with the logical, actual right thing to do.
Happy in my marriage, that's an emotion.
But you saying that you not arguing with your man is gonna make him still tell you the truth is not correct.
All right, elaborate.
You arguing with him or you being calm and sitting down, actually, I think it will make him cheat on you more that you're not arguing. He don't think
No,
you
he
give a
would just
fuck.
go behind my
Oh
back.
shit.
He don't think you give a fuck at all, and that's the
Of
problem.
course. Did you not hear me say that we're very honest with each other? He knows exactly how I feel about him.
Right, but that has nothing to do with how
So-
you react.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I get what you're saying, but
I do too.
But she's right. You know why? Because as a man, if my girl's cool with me doing what I do, I'm like, damn. You know what? I don't. I'm gonna do this.
She's
I'm hurting her a
special.
little bit, but she can handle this. You know what? I'll make sure that she's good to go because ultimately
Good to
speaking,
go.
no, hold on.
Because she stands
Good to
out.
go.
She's,
If
she's
you're nagging at me
different.
all the time, if you're always nagging, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna cheat whenever I want to because you're nagging.
No,
You're
but
annoying.
that's the thing.
We
It's the
don't want
difference
you.
between
But if you're
nagging
cool-
and bringing something to the surface.
No, but
Of course,
if you're
I'll
cool
bring it
about
to the surface.
then I'm cool with it.
Of
It's
course,
about
we would
being
talk
his
about it.
peace.
So if she was just
Exactly.
You gotta be his peace.
You can't
I-
nag at
I
him.
get that.
He's not gonna want
be
you.
his peace, but also don't just sit there like this.
I mean, you
Be
should.
like, you cheated. Oh, so what
You
Yeah.
think
happened?
that's how it would go down?
I mean, when you say no arguing, you mean like no
It's a
elevated.
discussion. Why wouldn't you, why would you want to argue? Because
Arguing can go on different levels.
when you're arguing, there's so much emotion that's happening and yelling, and people get offended, and you can't really get down to the truth. Right now, I would consider what we're talking about a debate. I wouldn't say that it's an argument
I
because
agree.
I don't think we're acting very emotional. So I can understand your point, and you can understand mine
Right.
because it's a debate. But if we were shouting at each other, I wouldn't even care about your point. You wouldn't care about my point. So it's not that I wouldn't talk to him about it, and it would be an honest discussion, but I'm not going to scream at him, and I'm not going to disrespect him and make him feel like he has a reason to lie to me.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that for sure.
Until okay, you don't know that.
I mean, she's
until-
married, so
I am married. And he
It don't
married me for
matter.
a reason.
What matters is the situation that can make those emotions come up out of you. That's what I'm saying.
I also married him because I trust his word. I trust that when he says he'll be loyal to me, he'll stick to it. And the reason I trust that is because when there are truths that I don't want to hear, he tells me.
That's beautiful.
But that's because of me. That's because I don't give him a reason to lie to me.
I'm serious. I'm not even playing.
That's nice.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. But at the
It's
same
uncommon
time,
in relationships,
at
so
the
I
same
understand.
time, I just feel like when I say argument, I think you mean like it gotta be chaotic. Sometimes it just means expressing yourself at a level that's not calm.
why are
That's
you
what I
punching
mean.
your hands like that?
When you're calm, you
About
can
to punch niggas?
understand the
I
other
might.
person better. And it's not like you said, are you just emotionless? Of course I'm not emotionless, but I would say throughout my life I've mastered being able to understand the objective truth regardless of how it makes me feel. And that's an asset. That will help you a lot. If you go through life
She said to understand and accept the objective truth without becoming emotional about it or without getting in her feelings. That is, I don't even think that's possible.
super emotional, you won't get anywhere. And I mean,
No, it gotta be a balance.
the most successful men are completely rational, and women don't often get as successful as men because they can't have that rational thought. And obviously there are exceptions. I'm not saying all women are super emotional all the time. Obviously there are exceptions, but overall there's a reason why men are more successful, and it's because of that rationality.
They're
So when
supposed to be.
yeah, and that's why they're rational. It's the dynamic that I explained before, what we're biologically hardwired to be. So when a woman is pregnant and she's extremely emotional, she needs a man who can be rational to be her.
I truly believe that any woman that thinks like this is already married because no one's letting a woman like this get away. It's just not going to happen. Any woman who's walking around thinking like this, she getting snatched up off the break.
Someone she can lean on and someone she can look to.
I'm interrupting you like you were doing these men the whole time.
So you're a man. You want to be a man. Okay, be the man.
No, you the one acting like a man. So you think you feminine
So
because
we're
you're cute,
both being
but
a
you're
man.
acting
So we're both
like
being
a man.
we're both being the man then.
I'm actually talking to a woman right now. I'm not referring to these men in a negative way. So why would I be a man because I'm smacking down a woman who don't know how to? You don't know how to be feminine. You don't know anything about submission. And I'm not saying you have to submit, because some of these men, they're not getting submission because they don't know how to get that from a woman. When they learn, then they will get that. You understand? Even from a strong woman like yourself. A man who knows how to take control, he don't have to get permission from a woman for her to be submissive to him. He just is. He is the man. He is in control. He knows how to do that. And when he come home and asks his wife to do something, she gonna know that she needs to do it. You see, but that comes with your knowledge as well. So right now you're young, so you're probably like, I don't have to do what you want me to do. I don't have to.
Look at her face. She's already in it. She already has her disposition is to reject everything she's saying. So really, this lady, this nice lady, is wasting her breath because this young lady, while she looks to be very intelligent, has no desire. She's already convinced. She understands how it is, and she's definitely will definitely be single forever until she changes.
I'm a person too. Well, when you're in a relationship, he's a person too, right? So I agree with some of the things you said about individuality, and I agree with your definition on, being equal or equality. See, I was here for a while, so I heard you. I agree with some of the things you say, but I know you. I know young women like you. I was a young woman at one point, and I understand that knowledge. As I matured, my thinking changed. If you put your family first, then if that man is a part of your family, then where do you put him? Why you always got to be in front? Why you always got to come first?
Who told you? Listen. I'm sorry, caller.
You don't circle around and not give an answer. You're just talking words. You're speaking words, but you're not giving any knowledge. You're not sharing anything. You're playing with these men. And I understand. Look, I'm not even hating on you for playing with these men. You're a beautiful young lady.
Listen, this is the problem. You're making accusatory statements, but I've already admitted it. I've already said,
And
yes, I
Alicia,
have
I'm
an
gonna give you the
attitude.
last
I've
30
already said,
seconds
yes, I can be
on this.
spicy and divisive. I've already said I can be combative. He called me combative, and I agreed.
Look how masculine she is. It's like she's just combative. She's confrontational. This is what our sisters have become, and that's the only thing. That's one of the things that we just don't want. We just want y'all to be feminine, and that's all we asking. And I agree that our men have a big responsibility to uh, accomplish. We have a big response. We have a lot of stuff to do to demand the things that we're asking of women. And I feel like a man should not be able to demand the things that they've been demanding without being able to accomplish some goals and achieve some success of himself and also work on himself to be the man that he says that he's supposed to be to her. But this right here is crazy.
So you're not saying there's nothing revelatory about what you're telling me.
So are you gonna take accountability? That's the question. Just you saying it and admit it, but you're not taking accountability. If you know it, why you're not changing it?
So how do you think change works? How do you think I could go like this? You think I'm gonna blink
Well,
my
soon
eyes?
as you know what? If this young man say, "Hey, Bomb, you talking too loud," and I would say, "Oh, I know I talk loud," and I would just drop it down a few decimals. See, that's how change works. When somebody pointed out that you're doing what you claim that you do and you don't want to do, then you correct it right away. Auto correct it. At least look like you're trying to change.
Like you focus on your career, you do yourself, and then you get.
When do you
you
think
get older.
a girl should focus on her career?
I think in her 20s.
I'll disagree. Like on your 20s, you're the most fertile, possible. Like you're in the peak of your fertility.
Yeah,
And also you're on your
Yeah.
peak of beautiness. So it's the time where you have to get married, where you have to, have kids between other things. So I'll say that career after 30.
Because men look for youth, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better off finding a man first and then
Worried about a career
But I
later.
mean, starting young, like working on yourself, you can still have your fun, just like do your own thing, but like progressively growing your money, your career.
But you're less likely to get a man when you're older. And if you're younger, you're more likely to get a high value man who would provide for you and you wouldn't have to.
Where in the world, where are these women that understand this type of stuff at? Because this is all very true. Like, I ain't gonna say, but a lot of the people that's close to me, women, and they're in their 40s and they got all the money, got their careers, but they're not married. Um, and to be honest with you, man, if you dating these women in their 40s, the things that they're talking about is the same thing that the women in their 20s and 30s are talking about. Because it's all on TikTok and Instagram. That's all the stuff they're reading. Or if it comes in a magazine or a blog, it's like nobody's critical thinking anymore.
To worry so much about that career.
What is going on right now?
No, continue. Go ahead.
This is set up.
No, I see literally both ways. It makes 100% sense what they're all saying. But like, there's also just two different views. You can't get everything, but
Accountability?
I don't know if that's what it is, but okay. So do you see their points though, saying like you're
of
the
course,
most attractive?
yes, 100%.
So are you willing to take that gamble when you have the best chance of getting the most attractive guy and putting it into a career versus missing the chance to get the best guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ladies on a panel, do y'all agree with that, or do you guys think that's a bad strategy?
Nothing more stubborn than a woman.
It's okay. You guys can say what you really think.
It's so circumstantial though. When the guy comes, stop and deal with the family. If he wants family, that's what he wants. If he doesn't, then you can work on your career for a little bit till he says, I want kids.
Yeah.
But if you have a guy and he's checking majority of the boxes, you can't find somebody who's gonna check everything. So choose your best option that is for you and then work with it.
Okay. So are you advising, you're a little bit older and you're married, so are you advising that the ladies drop their career if the right guy comes along?
Yes.
Okay. Don't sacrifice the man for the career.
I mean, if you have 1 year of school left, I wouldn't quit school. But if you know that he can afford every single thing and it is taken care of, then your career means nothing. So stop what you're doing. And if he wants you to be a housewife and help him be more successful so y'all can be more successful. I'll take high value man because men are as faithful as their options. I've been married for 10 years and I can say this for myself. I've been cheated on. But it's not really cheating. It's how you do the cheating.
With the guy that you're with?
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, we were together when we were 19, 20.
Yeah.
So is he not supposed to experience any of the pussy? Is he not going to try to learn anything? Is he not going to want to be a different person? Is he not going to develop or grow? So, I mean, I do understand starting earlier means that I'm going to get more in the long run because I have somebody who's willing to work with me right now. And a lot of people out here don't have people who want to work with them. Everybody's giving up so easily.
She's smart.
See, that's maturity, bro.
She's smart.
That's
man.
maturity.
She's fucking smart. And women don't get it. Like, we reject you guys up front. Y'all reject us to our face. We reject you guys on the side. Y'all don't even know.
Yeah. They'll just string you along, and as long as you stay, that's it until they meet the real conservative woman that they want. That's why a lot of time when these girls that are quote unquote like hoes, they'll meet these men and they'll be like, yeah, I was in a relationship with him for 4 years, but he said he's not ready to get married yet, and then he'll break up with you, and then he'll be like engaged 2 weeks later to a conservative,
But it's women that are
traditional woman.
literal doctors and go to school and don't even post on social media, yet they
I'm a
are in that
PhD.
same position.
You want to know something though? That's so funny that you said that because I've had conversations with men. You want to know the reason why they don't go after those doctors? Because those motherfuckers are 40 plus, old as hell. It's not about the money. They don't give a. That goes back to they don't give a fuck about the money.
Yep. Right.
Those doctors are 40 plus. They're probably gonna get 1 or 2 children out of them. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
And on top
they're
of them being
ugly
40,
as hell.